Hello everyone. How are you doing? Hope all is well with you and your families. Well, there is a video going around on social media where Bounty Killer ex Claudia, his long-term girlfriend, just accepted a marriage proposal from her best friend and business partner, now turn her man, fiance, as they are engaged, soon to be husband. Talk truth, guys. Do you think they were secretly having the hots for each other long time? Hmm. But on the flip side, wasn't Bounty Killer with a few women during those years as well? She been with him for roughly 18 years. So Bounty Killer, knowing that she was there through all the roller coasters and man a gallus, you should at least did married to her, man. Remember, Killer, you're not getting any younger, you know. This is the second or third woman that you have separated with, and they have gotten married. Killer, if you had married to her, it would have been one very well supported wedding, because she's well known as being with you, and you are the general, you are rated by the mass. So now you go and take up Roy Fowler with her. Are you going to marry Lena then? Seeing Beanie Man, the girl them sugar get fresh now, not much sugar there anymore. So he's sitting down now getting married. Or all this is for the book. Because what I'm noticing is that many of our veteran artists, especially entering retirement, want to spend the rest of their days living overseas. So right now, the foreign women are winning. Or should we say the British women are winning. Beanie, woman Camille, she is British. Lena, Bounty Killer, woman is British. Yes, we know them have Jamaican roots and all of that, but they are legal there and they can bring up people. Because marriage to these British women will definitely put you there. So I guess we soon see Bounty Killer popping the question to Lena British. You know what would be funny? He does it in time so he and Beanie Man could just have a double wedding and done. No, that would be something. Let's watch and see what will happen next. Don't know about Beanie Man because he's been the girls them sugar and he has been all over the place. Because we did think he would have married to Crystal. But as for Bounty Killer, we really thought that he and Claudia did it and they would have been the next power couple in dancehall. At the end of the day, unfortunately, it all boils down to what the man want and what him prefer. You know, the lesson in all this is as women going into a situationship. Yes, and that's what we have to call them, situationship. Because relationship, in the sense of what it's supposed to be, is not like that anymore. It's how the situation suits both parties. And both of you better be sure what situation you're going after in the situationship. Because if people will just be real and both persons could put their expectation on the table from the get-go, and if either of you is wavering on any point, don't force it. Just understand where you stand in the situation. And remember to look out for number one, yourself first. Not that you won't be caring and looking out for the other person, but that sacrifice that you generally make in a real relationship, in these kind of situations going on these days, you can't even do that. Everybody have to do what they can afford to lose. And remember, expect anything because people can switch upon you at any time. So many women stay grounded and loyal to their men for many years in relationship, go through the struggles, putting up with disrespect, many hurts and many disappointment, and that's just it. You're not good enough to be married to. Likewise, many men have gone through their share of disappointments with their women and are left holding the bag as well. So really and truly, people have to really know what they are doing in situationship, and don't be fooled. Don't take it for a relationship when it is only a situationship. You know the funny thing about situationships? They are people getting into them, treating them like relationships, when really and truly they are holding on to see if there will be a better option. And if that better option don't come along, it's like they just settle for you. But if it comes along, generally they are gone. However, what I am finding very common in Jamaica, especially these days, men are generally seeking women that can help them to fly out of the country. So really and truly, putting your all into a relationship is a risk. Not saying, that women don't want to fly out too, but if you go down to the facts and the nitty gritty of it, most women, if she have a strong man and them a fight together and things are going, flying out is not her first option. That's not what you're thinking about. But you want to bet in Bounty Killer and Claudia situation, a lot of people going to be hypocritical by saying, see it, she engaged to her best friend and business partner. Their thinking will be, she and him going on with things a long time without taking into consideration he was also in long-term relationship with other women, so maybe she just had enough. I have learned a long time ago, sticking out with a man in a relationship through thick and thin scores no points when it comes down to what they want. Because too much of our men, as soon as they get the chance, they're gone like you were just chopped liver and you have to hold it like a general. But when a woman leave because there's a better option, she's the worst thing on earth. We really have to be logical, and we have to really be true to ourselves and be honest to each other so we can make informed choices on what is expected of each other. I'm going to give you an example of a girlfriend of mine. So my girlfriend was giving me a story and asking my opinion. I am not going into every detail, but here goes. So she met this guy, fall strongly for him, the ideal man for her. She wanted a man that didn't have any children yet. Well, of course, she younger and so on and thing. And the funny thing, he has no children previously either. They seemed like the ideal loving couple. You'd think, yes, they really found their soulmate in each other. Whenever he visits her, me telling her that this girl is making 3-course and 5-course meals. However, there was this one thing that I personally thought was a red flag when she spoke about it, is that he's always talking about traveling overseas and how he have this friend of foreign, this brother, this sister of foreign, and he's them foreign minded people. That's all him talk about is traveling overseas, yeah? However, she was not really a person that was thinking along that line, because of course she in her good up job in Jamaica. The way how she said he speaks about it so often is like to travel overseas would be the greatest achievement in his life. And I was a bit peeved thinking to myself, like I didn't want to say anything to her at the time, because when you're your friend, you don't really want to put any negative twist to anything. Let them sort it out on their own. However, she encouraged him to focus on his career, you know, encourage him and help him and assist him where she can. And she encouraged him also to save. And everything seems to be going so well until finally he received his visa. Things changed instantly. He started to go visit her less, and she would expect him and he didn't turn up. When she asked him what is going on, what is he up to, he said he's focusing on his career, so he's distracted. Then very soon after, he said he's flying out. He flew out and came back after a few months. Never brought her not even a sweetie. He took her out for lunch and said he's flying out back again very soon. He still never commented on anything, what is going on with their relationship. He was still very distant, like now he friend zoned her. But they stayed in contact through phone calls. Then the day he leaving, he called her on the phone and he was there, he's packing from a crown to an anchor, and told her he will call her when he reach overseas. Remember, from he got the visa, he already distanced, says he's focusing on his career. Lo and behold, his flight was a morning flight. When she left work 6 o'clock in the evening, he was outside waiting on her. She asked him, "What you doing here? You're supposed to be overseas." He said immigration took his documents because he traveling too soon after recently coming back to Jamaica, and have given him a lengthy time to reapply again. Which we don't know the whole story exactly what happened, but that is the story that he gave her. So basically, him have to wait a few years before him can apply again. So he never get to fly out. Anyway, he gave her a lift home. From he had gotten the visa, he distanced, like they separated. He had stopped picking her up from work. So now as she sat in the vehicle heading home, she made a rash decision that she don't want him to come in. So she said to him, she's not feeling well, she will talk to him tomorrow. He is so attentive to her now again. He called her the next day saying he's going to pick her up. She said she left work early to do some stuff and will call him when she gets home. I'm telling you, in the space of 2 hours, that man called that girl about 50 times. And you know what? She purposely never answered. However, later in the night, she called him back. He was saying, "I was worried." And while they're having conversations, he is telling her he thinks they should think about having a child. We laughed so hard when she said that. We laughed so hard until tears were streaming down our faces. So of course I have to ask her, so what you said about that? She said she just reminded him that, remember, he has his career to focus on. A baby would be very distracting. Remember, he, after getting his visa, had distanced himself, and when she asked him, he said he was focused on his career. So what changed after he lose the visa? So we there chatting and laughing and saying, imagine the same man that would leave you after getting his visa, using busy with his career and work as an excuse to distance himself. But after losing his visa so quickly, he now wants to start a family. In the end, she told him to piss off and that there is nothing here for him anymore, and told him her mind. He wanted her to start a family with him, so as soon as he see an opportunity, his ass would have left her just the same. Not saying he may not be there for his child, but her life, how she wanted it, would have been ruined because of his selfish ways and his selfish ideas about life. His thing is that he wanted to go a foreign, and his thing is that he want to live a foreign. So obviously he would have gone there and find some foreign woman, and then she would have just been a baby mother. I tell you, these days when you get into a relationship, you can't be delusional. You have to see things for what they are, or you will be the one left broken. You will be the one that is left on your ass, not knowing if you're going or coming. Because people desires are so selfish, and a lot of people don't care who they use along them way as option just in case, and it's not good to be an option or a just in case. Nobody wants that. So at the end of the day, see things for what they are and know what you're getting yourself involved in. Anyway guys, please remember to like, comment and subscribe to my platform, please. Love you all. Bye for now.